What's up, you guys? You are tuning in to Sleep Hacks 101 here with Coach Kelly. Happy Sunday, you guys. I'm going live here on the gram. And I just hit that Facebook Live button. What's up, Facebook, Instagram, and Facebook? We are finishing up our sleep training. Yesterday, I told you guys why sleep is so unbelievably important for your physique goals. Like, you hear that all the time. Sleep is the first thing we've got to get going, right? When we start this journey, sleep's got to be there before anything else. But like, why? Most of the time, we don't completely 100% fully believe that. So maybe we just skip that. Let's just skip step one. Let's move on to step number 2, because sleep just is so boring. And does it really have that much of an effect? Well, yesterday I told you guys why. Yes, that is true. That is totally the case. I don't just tell my clients that they've got to get more sleep for the heck of it, for the fun of it. No, there's a method to the madness. And if you haven't seen yesterday's live training, go back and watch it, because I tell you why. I tell you why it's so unbelievably important for your physique goals, for your fat loss journey, why and how it makes such a huge difference. We talked all about that. So I'm not gonna dive into that because it was a long live. So go check it out. Lots of awesome information. So today is all about, okay, great, we know this. Now, how do we fix it? How do we get better? How do we get more sleep? How do we get better quality sleep? Because remember, we talked about it's not just quantity, but it's quality too. So how do we improve our sleep habits? So that's what we're diving into today. I'm going to give you guys my best tips and tricks that I use, that I give to my clients, and they use and love. I think we've got 14, maybe 15 tricks total, and then I will dive into a little bit of how to get started. What is step 1? So here we go. One of my favorite tips is blackout curtains, y'all. Your room, to get the best sleep possible, has to be blacked out, has to be super, super dark. No light coming in, because that light, that natural light, is what stimulates your brain and tells you it's not time to sleep. So in order for you to get the best sleep possible, it's got to be dark, completely dark. So I use blackout curtains. I've just moved, so mine aren't actually hung up yet, but they are getting there. I just ordered some curtain rods on Amazon today because it's so unbelievably important. Y'all know how I love my sleep. So blackout curtains get your room crazy dark. Like, I leave a flashlight next to the bed for my boyfriend, for when he gets up in the middle of the night and uses the bathroom. That's how dark I like it. A consistent nighttime routine. Y'all, our bodies love and thrive off of routine. Okay? So putting together a consistent nighttime routine where it's just every single night around the same time, you start the same routine, you do the same things, and you can just fall easily into this, it's coming, habit-based ritual for yourself every single night. So without fail, you're going to get on track, you're going to get ready for bed, you're going to get wound down, because we're always wound up, and then you're going to be able to fall asleep just so much quicker and easier. Okay, our bodies thrive off a routine. Now, what that routine looks like is going to be completely different for every single person. So what calms me down and soothes me and helps me with stress management is going to be completely different. What I enjoy is going to be completely different from you. Okay, so me sitting here and telling you to follow my nighttime routine is not going to help you at all. You've got to find out, maybe start by making just a list of the things that you really love doing, the things that you enjoy, but that calm you down. So taking a bath, taking a hot bath, reading a book, maybe doing some journaling. Maybe it's talking to someone specifically, just having that kind of wind down nighttime conversation with your significant other or something like that. whatever it is that calms you down and soothes you from the day. All right. And make sure that you start that every single night at the same time. Maybe it's cook dinner, take supplements, read a chapter in your book, brush your teeth, take your bath, and get into bed, whatever it is. All right. Alcohol. Alcohol is a big one. Yesterday, of course, we talked about caffeine because that's so huge for sleep. Duh. But alcohol is one we don't really think about too often. All right. And sometimes alcohol is a go-to for us to help us sleep, to wind us down, right? To get us into bed. Oftentimes, it's going to have the exact opposite effect, all right? Maybe it does wind you down. Maybe it helps you fall asleep. But drinking alcohol is just like taking a hammer to that frontal cortex. You are just like keeping your body from being able to transition into those deepest levels of sleep. And those are the levels of sleep that are going to restore your body, restore your brain. Okay, those are the levels of sleep that you need. So you don't just need to fall asleep and then like have this like really bad quality of sleep throughout the night. Whenever I have a glass of wine or something in the evening, I know I'm going to be wide awake at 2 a.m., 3 a.m. in the morning because of the sugar, the effects of the ethanol, what have you. All right, I'm not going to get a good night's sleep. I'm going to pass out fast, but I'm not going to get quality sleep. Okay, and that's what's most important. All right, so reducing alcohol consumption, reducing caffeine. We talked about that yesterday. Scaling back on the amount of caffeine that you drink throughout the day. And this is going to be not only in your coffee, but in your teas, in your pre-workouts, in your stimulants, all stimulants that you consume throughout the day. Do you really need all of those stimulants throughout the day? Do you really need 3 venti, mocha, chai, lattes, whatever they are from Starbucks? Probably not. Not only do you need to look at your total caffeine consumption, but the times throughout the day that you're consuming that caffeine, all right? I have a caffeine cutoff for myself, and this is what I recommend for most of my clients of 12 p.m., so noon, all right? Because just a general rule of thumb, on average, caffeine is going to take about 8 hours to leave your body completely. So I just kind of reverse engineer that for myself. So I know I don't want to have caffeine after noon, after 12 o'clock. And if I go out for a coffee date or I just want to make some coffee here at home, I reach for the decaf. Always. So I always have decaf on hand and regular on hand, or I just order a decaf cup of coffee wherever I am. All right. So I would say, maybe 12 to 2-ish should be your cutoff. And if you want to start with 2 first, great. Let's make an improvement there. And then maybe you can scale back even further from there. All right. And you might be saying like, caffeine doesn't affect me. Like I hear that all the time. I hear ladies say, I can drink coffee at 10 p.m. at night and still go straight to bed. Okay, cool. But caffeine is still affecting you, even when you think it's not. It's still doing its job. Like it's still coffee. Coffee is always coffee. It does the exact same thing to every single person, all right? It binds to these receptors. It blocks melatonin from being absorbed and processed into your body, all right? So it's still binding to those receptors. It's still blocking that melatonin, your sleep hormone, all right? Even if you think you're immune, even if you think you've built up this tolerance, it's still doing that. All right, so even if you might be able to fall asleep, you're probably not getting the best sleep, the best quality sleep you could possibly get. And if you're sitting here thinking, but I still get pretty good sleep, okay, think about how much better it could be if you scale back or eliminated that completely. All right, think about how much better, how much further you could be going. All right, exercising really helps to kind of relax people sometimes depending on the type of exercise and the type of workout, but getting regular exercise in, consistently throughout your week is going to help get you into that routine. It's going to help use up your energy. It's going to help a lot of people as a stress management technique. Just kind of calms them down, soothes them down. They enjoy it, right? It's their like happy place getting in the gym. But again, it depends on the type of workout. And definitely you want to kind of avoid high intensity workouts super late in the day. Back when I was a CrossFitter and even into Olympic weightlifting, I would always have my workout cut off at 6. I would want to be, and I needed to be out of the gym by 6 o'clock and on my way home, because anything past that, I was just way too jacked up and I couldn't come back down soon enough to get me ready and sleepy for bedtime. So I always tried to get my workouts in earlier in the day and even in the mornings. And you morning warriors know you work out in the morning because it gives you all this amazing energy for your day. So that's exactly why you shouldn't be working out super late at night, okay? There's also cutoff times for liquids. Maybe you are trying to get in that gallon of water, those 128 ounces every single day, but you find you're waking up in the middle of the night to go to the bathroom all the time. Just nonstop, 2, 3, 4 times a night. And you just gotta pee all the time. That's okay, it's a real thing. So, can we have a cutoff time in the evening for all liquids? All right, what that time is, I don't know. I can't tell you that. It's gonna be different for everybody. I can drink liquids up until like 9 o'clock, 10 p.m. and still sleep all night long. I have like a bladder of steel. I don't know what. I don't know what it is. But maybe you start with an 8 p.m. cutoff. Try that out. If it doesn't work, if it doesn't help, scale back to 7 p.m. cutoff. If that doesn't help, you go back further. You just kind of troubleshoot and try things out and see what happens. Experiment, trial and error, right? Figure it out for yourself. So having and finding that cutoff time for liquids, if that's a problem for you. Stress management, obviously, as we talked yesterday, all about how stress raises that cortisol level, and it's that cortisol that keeps you up at night. That's what we've got to bring down. That's what we've got to manage, soothe, calm you down, okay? And maybe a stress management technique becomes part of your nighttime routine, whether it's reading a book or taking, a soothing bubble bath or whatever, reading a magazine. Maybe it's a journaling, right? Or maybe just like writing out gratitudes for the day. I personally have like a gratitude practice, and then I try, not only do I list out my gratitudes, but then I think back onto my day and I try to pinpoint like my favorite moment that happened in that day. And I try to kind of like relive it and almost like imprint it into my brain so I can really, really, really experience it vividly and try to remember it, for forever. So that's kind of part of my routine. But just something, again, that's going to soothe you, calm you down, relax you, whatever it is. It's going to be different for everybody, but just kind of bring down that cortisol level. Eating at maintenance, all right? Not eating in a chronic deficit for a long period of time, okay? Because under eating is what? It's a stressor. It's a stressor to the body. So when you're dieting or in a fat loss phase or a weight cut, you're just automatically every single day, you're already in a state of stress. Your body, you're purposefully and hopefully safely and strategically under eating to reach a goal, okay? But the fact of the matter is you're now in a state of stress, okay? So how do we start to manage other stressors in our life? This is something that we can't change because we've already made this decision to do it. So we've got to manage the other stressors coming from other places in our life. Got off topic a little bit there. But the point is to eat at maintenance most of the time. 75% of your life should be spent at maintenance. And all my clients watching this on Facebook, you all know that, right? Maintenance should be the majority of our time, right? The majority of our year, okay? Not living in a deficit long term or just over and over and over. And that's why under eating is a stressor, okay? Kind of touched on this one already a little bit. Hot baths or hot showers. I'm a bath person, y'all. My new master bathroom has a stand-up shower and has a giant soaking tub. So I am in heaven because I have a tub specifically for baths now. Y'all, I'm a happy girl. But I'm a bath person. Pretty much every single day I take a bath. Every once in a while I'll take a shower, just quick, get in, get out. But I love me a good bath. And definitely at night, it just kind of relaxes me, soothes me, brings me back down. Contrasting showers. If you've ever heard of contrasting showers, comment down below. And if you've ever tried them, I want to hear what the results were, what your experience was with them. I've definitely had clients play around with contrasting showers, especially a lot of my shift working clients. But basically what a contrasting shower is contrasting back and forth between hot and cold, hot and cold, hot and cold, back and forth, back and forth. There's a ton of like research and science done on this. If you're interested in diving into it, definitely, do your research, maybe do some Google searches after this live. But it definitely just kind of, I should say for some people can bring down your central nervous system and just kind of put your body into almost like this trance-like state. And I always talk to my clients about it being like whenever you're cooking a lobster, they always tell you to place it in the freezer to put it to sleep before dropping it into that pot of boiling water, right? Kind of the same thing. Contrasting showers and taking a cold shower is kind of similar. At least that's how I think of it. Putting a lobster in the freezer just kind of puts you to sleep, right? So some of my clients have some really great success with that. So some people are really, have success with just a straight hot bath, hot shower. Some people actually have success with contrasting showers. Some people prefer a cold shower first thing in the morning because it feels like it revitalizes them and wakes them up and gives them energy. But for some people, it brings them down. So this is all about trying things out, seeing what happens, experimenting, trial and error. I mean, isn't that what life is about? So what a lot of nutrition is about for sure. Same thing, kind of keeping your room cold, dark room. All right. That's going to signal to your body. It's time to shut down. Basically, it's time to go into hibernation mode. You ladies will know this, like when your body temperature raises, like every single month when we go through our cycle, we start to have really restless sleep. We can't get a good quality night of sleep in that week of our period because our body temperature has just naturally risen. So same thing, just keep your room cold, okay? Blue light glasses. I'm a huge proponent of blue light glasses, blue light blocking glasses. I wear them every evening whenever I'm on my phone or my laptop watching TV, because it's that blue light that stimulates your brain waves, right? So again, you might be able to fall asleep, but you won't be able to get that good quality deep sleep because your brain is still going, okay? So give those a try. I got these. They come in like a pack of multiple colors. They're all over my house and in my purse and in my car, in my book bag, anywhere I might need them, by my bed, at my desk. But they come in packs, super cheap, like $15, $20 of different colors, and they can get kind of fun on Amazon. So go check those out. Here's a good one. Buying a new mattress, investing. It's a big investment, you guys, but it's so unbelievably worth it. Because, a mattress is going to last you 5, 6, 7, 8, maybe 10 years if it's a really good one. So basically, you're just investing in your future. You're investing in your health. You're investing in your happiness. You're investing in your future. But it is a big investment, okay? But it's worth it. It's so worth it, y'all. Like, I can't even tell you. If you are, this was me. I was noticing that I was only getting good night's sleep when I was going out of town and staying in a hotel, and I was sick of it. I was sick of only sleeping well in a freaking hotel. So I just bought the bullet. You got to bite the bullet. I bit it. I bit the bullet. And I invested in a new mattress. Maybe if a mattress isn't in the cards for you, how about some new pillows? Like, at least just invest in some quality, good pillows. And I know good quality pillows are going to be expensive also. I mean, they can get up to $100, over $100. But comparing that to a new mattress, it's a little bit better. It's a little bit better and easier on the wallet. So maybe think about investing in at least some new pillows, because they will make the world of difference. If y'all don't notice, if you haven't noticed yet, I'm still in my jammies. So I love getting fun new jammies. These are from Amazon. Silk jammies. I have a couple different silk pajama pairs, and they get me excited to go to sleep, because I feel like it's fun now. Like, I'm having a sleepover, and I look cute doing it. So, and slippers too. These are definitely part of the ensemble. Also got these on Amazon. Magnesium glycinate. All right. Every human on the planet, in my opinion, should be on magnesium glycinate. We're all deficient in it. We all are across the board. And yesterday we talked a little bit about why we're all deficient in that, how that happens. And I just believe that every single person needs to be supplementing a magnesium glycinate. But it's important. What form? Glycinate. Listen to me when I say this. Because there are a lot of forms of magnesium out there. There are probably, 10 plus forms of magnesium out there, and they don't all do the same thing. And some of them have laxative effects. So you want to make sure that you get the right kind that's easily absorbable for your body and not a laxative. And they all kind of do different things, all right? So you're looking for a magnesium glycinate. It's just, I talked about this yesterday, but it's really good for muscle recovery, just protecting and bringing down your central nervous system, bringing that cortisol level down. I usually take it at night with my dinner, so early enough in the evening to kind of take effect, y'all. It's definitely not like a sleeping pill. It's not going to just put you to sleep, but it's going to help your body be able to go to sleep. It's going to help you prepare. It's going to help you kind of come down, relax, just bring that central nervous system back down so that you can sleep, okay? In emergencies, I usually recommend a sublingual melatonin. So I take this as well too when I need it. So it's definitely something you don't want to rely on long term and just take every single night for the rest of your life, because who wants to do that? But it can definitely help you just get back to your sleep routine. If you've just like gotten off routine, you're staying up really late for whatever reason, and you can't seem to get back to going to bed at a decent time, sublingual melatonin for a short term, like, a week, maybe 2 weeks, can definitely help out there. So sublingual melatonin is really great. It's definitely not something to like be afraid of or be scared of. There's tons of research out there. It's super safe. So definitely look into that if you feel like you need some emergency help. Carbs at dinner. Y'all, and this is so liberating for my clients. In the very beginning, usually week 1, I tell them, I want you eating carbohydrates at dinner, at nighttime, in the evenings, okay? Why? Carbohydrates are the best, quickest way to bring down that heightened cortisol level. All right, when you go all day and you have this crazy, chaotic, busy, full, stressful day, and you come home, maybe you went and hit a CrossFit workout on your way home from work and you're just so jacked up, your cortisol levels through the roof. All right, carbohydrates are going to bring that down. All right, they're also going to stimulate melatonin production in your brain, just like tryptophan, just like, the turkey and Thanksgiving is going to produce that tryptophan, stimulate melatonin production. And it's just going to prepare you, like soothe your body, basically, get you ready and allow you to have the best night's sleep possible. And for all you morning warriors out there, that's going to be your energy first thing in the morning when you wake up. All right. So a good amount of carbs, a healthy serving of carbohydrates at dinner. All right. Now, I didn't talk about this yesterday, but this also ties into insulin resistance. So we know that lack of sleep, we talked about yesterday, can affect your insulin resistance to where you can't metabolize, where you can't process your carbohydrates. But like I just said, why are carbs important? Because they bring down your stress level. They soothe your body. They are the best thing for a heightened cortisol level. It brings it straight down. So we need them. They're important. We can use them for our benefit. But if lack of sleep and chronically undersleeping night after night after night is starting to affect our ability to process carbohydrates, and suddenly our body can't do that for us, that's a problem. All right. Tangent. There's a little bit of a tangent there. Okay, so those are my tips. Wow, that went fast. That was like 15 sleep hacks for you guys right there. So what's step number 1? All right, what do I do from here? I would recommend, if you don't already, start tracking your sleep. Start tracking, measuring, assessing how much sleep you're currently getting right now. Okay, if you have like an Apple Watch or a Fitbit, or if it's on your phone, whatever, that's a really great just kind of starting off point. Okay, from there, what do? Well, can you get 10 to 15 extra minutes in? So can you get into bed 15 minutes earlier? Can you increase that by 10 to 15 minutes this week? And maybe it's not every single day. How about every other day? All right, just getting into this habit slowly. All right, and increasing, 15-minute increments each week, or maybe every 2 weeks. Okay, it doesn't have to be a complete 180 overnight. No pun intended. It doesn't have to be a drastic change. Okay, 15 minutes. That's all. All right, but it's not going to be this immediate result. For most people, it's not. It's going to take some time. Like, for instance, I'm working with a client right now. She knows who she is, but it's been about 3.5 months, and she's finally on her check-in sheet. She's finally saying, oh, my sleep is getting better. I'm sleeping this much. I slept this much this week. It's improving. That's 10 minutes extra. That's 15 minutes extra this week. It's getting better and better and easier and easier. It takes time, but the only way to get there and to see that improvement and that increase of sleep is to keep at it, keep doing it. Even if it's not working right now, you have to stay consistent. You have to allow your body, give your body that space and that time to have that happen, right? If that's not there, if that space and time isn't there for your body to fall asleep, then it's never going to happen. You can't just say, I want to get more sleep, and then it's going to happen. You've got to start getting to bed earlier. Even if you're not falling asleep, even if you're just laying awake there and you're like, why isn't this working? You still have to do it, because eventually it will happen. Eventually your body will take advantage of that. Okay, but if it's not there for it to do so, it won't. It definitely won't. Okay. Here's another one. Alarms on your phone. I live and die by my sleep alarms on my phone every night, because the evenings can get away from us so quickly. We lose track of time. We come home to a full house. We've got to cook dinner for everybody, help with homework, do our chores, clean up a little bit, what have you. Get people, ready for the next day, do laundry, whatever it is. Time goes by so fast. And suddenly it's 10 p.m. and we had no idea. So I have 2 separate alarms set on my phone, and they go off an hour before I want to be in bed. So for me personally, that means 8 o'clock. My first alarm goes off at 8, and that's basically just making me aware of what time it is. Hey, Kelly, it's 8 o'clock. Okay, whoa, that came fast. I can't believe how late it is. I'm gonna like stop whatever it is I'm doing and start my routine and get to bed, right? So I start doing my routine, I'll take my supplements or whatever, go take my bath, brush my teeth, get into bed, read a book, whatever, like do my journaling, whatever it is that I do pre-bedtime. And then my second alarm goes off 15 minutes before I want to be asleep. So for me, that's 8:45. So 8 p.m. and then 8:45 to say, hey, it's 15 minutes before 9 o'clock. Shut those eyeballs. Turn those lights off. Put your stuff away. Shut those eyeballs. Right? So sleep alarms. Everybody thinks I'm crazy when I say that. Like on the first week of working with somebody, set some alarms on your phone, whether it's meal alarms or water alarms or sleep alarms. Everyone's like, I don't need that. That's silly. Like, that's ridiculous. And then, 6 weeks later, they're still struggling with this stuff. And I'm like, how are those alarms going? And they're like, oh, I never set them. I never did them. I didn't think that would help me. I didn't think I needed that. I thought I could just make myself do it. I thought I could just look at the clock and then these things would happen. Y'all, set some alarms. I promise they will help you out. All right? I've had them on my phone for years. I rely on them. So those are my best sleep hacks, tips, and tricks to get better night's sleep. And step number 1 is just kind of tracking where you're at right now. You've got to know where you're at, what you're doing, how it's going, in order to know step 2, right? What direction to take and how to make those changes for yourself, okay? So hopefully this was helpful for better sleep, a better night's sleep. Part 2, Sleep 101 and how it affects your body composition, how it affects your fat loss goals, and how to change that. Let me know down below in the comments if this was helpful or useful. Hey, Chelsea, what's up, girl? I love my sleep too. Trust me, I'm a sleep lover, fellow sleep lover here as I'm hanging out in my jammies. Let me know in the comments down below if you liked this training, if this was helpful at all. And definitely reach out to me. Tell me what tips you try out and how it's going. If you need any more help or ideas, shoot me a DM. I'm glad to help. I'm here for you guys, all right? Have a great rest of your Sunday, and we'll talk soon. Bye, you guys. Bye, Facebook. Bye, Instagram.